supplies for drawing a howling coyote. You're going to need some paper, a pencil, and an eraser. We're going to start by drawing a small, medium-sized circle. Position it where you want it, right about here on your paper. Draw lightly so we can erase later. If you do not feel comfortable with your ability to draw a circle, find something you can trace that's about the right size. Next, we're going to draw a line for the length of our muzzle from one side of the circle to right about there. This is going to help us determine and keep our lines straight where we want the muzzle of our coyote. Again, our coyote is howling, so its nose is going to be pointed up. From right about here on our circle, we're going to draw a straight line to the point. That's going to be the tip of our nose, and then a curved line for the bottom of our mouth. Then we're going to draw a line, not touching our circle, but it's going to go down towards the bottom of our page so that we can have the edge of our neck. Next, we're going to draw an ear. Just like with our nose, it's not going to be the top. When a coyote howls, it kind of points back just like this. Start with a straight line and then add a curved edge to the circle. Then we're going to add another line for the other side of the neck. Notice that it starts right about the middle of the ear. Next, let's add some details to our ear. We're going to add an extra line right here to help make it look more three-dimensional. We're going to kind of curve that top line up towards the top of the circle, and we're going to curve the tip of the ear. This will help make it look more realistic. Then we're going to add some fur to the edges of our ear. Next, we're going to work on the eye. I'm going to start with a little eyebrow towards the top of our circle. Then I'm going to add a V shape with the bottom of the V kind of curving, and then a little curve for where the eyeball is going to sit between the V. Next, let's do a nose. Find the tip of the nose, and then right below it, add a little curved line right there. You can also make the tip of your nose a little bit more pointed, and maybe add a little detail inside the nose, kind of like a dog's nose. I'll show you that a little bit later. Now we're going to start working on the opening for our mouth. So right below the nose, we are going to add in this V shape. It's going to kind of curve a little bit, but that's going to give us that open mouth howling, and you can add a tooth in there if you want to. Just get that shape just how you want it. We're going to add a double line to again show more three-dimensional shape of the mouth. Now I'm going to kind of clean up how I want the shape of my coyote's bottom jaw to be. Make it a little bit more square. I'm going to make the top of my head a little bit more square as well. So it's not quite so rounded. Now we're going to add some fur in several places on the inside of the ear, along that jawline a little bit, along the neck, just some zigzags here and there. Maybe add some inside the neck to give it details of fur. Create kind of an edge of the neck. We're not going to draw the full body. You can make yours go to the edge of your page if you want to, but you don't have to. Just kind of sketch out all your details that you know you want to keep. Crisp up those lines a little bit with your pencil before we outline it. Next, we're going to add in a moon. I found a big roll of tape to kind of trace where I want the moon to go, kind of pick a location so that the moon goes behind your coyote. Don't draw a line through the middle of your coyote's face. We kind of want it right about there. I know it's kind of hard to see, but we'll trace over it with marker. Now we're going to add some craters to our moon. So just kind of maybe do some letter C's, maybe some circles, some small, some big, some medium, kind of wherever you want those craters to go on your moon. I'm going to add some lines to the edges of my circles so that I can make my craters look a little bit more three-dimensional. Here's where you can get creative with your work. You can add a background, maybe some tiny mountains in the back. You can make your coyote go all the way to the edge of your page. I think I'm going to write some words on my coyote. Once you have whatever details you want, then we are going to outline it with marker or a pen or a dark colored pencil, whatever you have laying around to give your coyote some definition. Remember to only trace the lines you want to keep. We're not going to keep every line that we drew with pencil. We are only going to keep the ones that we want. Next, you're going to grab an eraser and get rid of all those unwanted pencil lines. Make sure it's nice and clean. Grab some colored pencils and let's get shading. Start lightly so that you can get darker as you go. It helps to look at a picture of a coyote so that you can get the coloring correct. Shade in your moon. Add some shading to your craters and color your details. I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with and how creative you get with drawing your howling coyote. Thank you for drawing with me today. I can't wait to see you guys again.